Are back. Okay, so I left a little bit of a quiz right before I hopped off on break there. It's been sitting there the entire time. I did click away and then back as perhaps a little bit of a hint. Yes. Hiroshima and Odawara are both building the same thing. And they both started it at the same time. They haven't made any progress. Completely fresh, no production whatsoever. Hiroshima would have that cathedral in 27 turns. It would cost me 9,900 gold to buy that in a single turn. Matsuyama actually has a small amount of progress in it already, because it's an older city. It's been there a couple turns already. 8,046 to rush by that. Odawara, no progress whatsoever. But only 2,475 to rush by the cathedral. And indeed, that's how much actual production it would require to build the cathedral. As a matter of fact, if I told Matsuyama to try to build that 20,000 production wormhole sensor right now, it would cost me over 200,000 to rush by it. If I told Odawara to try to build that right now, if I had just 27 more gold, I could buy it right here, right now. That is what the Nanite Factory does. It allows you to buy buildings at their production value. One for one. No scaling whatsoever. Doesn't matter what kind of thing it is that you're building. Wonder, improvement unit. Doesn't matter how much progress you've already made on it. It's 1 gold gets you 1 production. I was saying that space cities aren't as good for production as they are for, as sea cities are. But there's a trick to it. That's the trick. You don't build things in space cities. You buy them. The Nanite Factory first, and then whatever else you desire. So yes, I will not be building the wormhole sensor at all this game. I will be buying it. I will be buying it in the space city. And that can be used in quite a few wonderful ways. It lets me simply buy the science buildings, which are all pretty cheap, to get them into place. Buying the wonders, in particular, is just an amazing thing that you can do. That is just so much faster than building them, unless you have like a sea city like the one I've got there in Nagoya. It's just like the gold, you just buy it. And when it comes to units, the Star Ladder city in particular is very, very useful. You can just buy units, one right after the other, send them down the ladder to land. It's like, a really good unit like a Leviathan will take several turns to construct. If you've got the money, you can just purchase them. It is stupid good. Stupid good. Bing! Stupid cheap. That was why I wanted to get money. Because I knew I was going to be buying things in my space city. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to continue to stockpile my gold just a little bit longer. I am more than making up for it. Yeah, ended up investing a good chunk of that, but we're still good. We're still good. Gaia controller in 3 turns, immunity chip in 3 turns. Okay, we got a ways to go for that. Alright, I can spend some of these public works now. Already given Odawara 2, and they're not ready to be used yet anyway. I'm probably going to end up filling their entire radius with food tanks eventually, and by the end of the game it will probably be my largest city, despite the massive head start my other cities have had. It's just that powerful up in space there. With that said, however, I'm going to put my public works to use here on land. Starting with the cities that had the most trouble with food. I seem to recall Tana in particular. Yeah, they're in the negative. And Memphis doesn't have much to spare either. That desert tile looks like it could use a hydroponic farm. Let me give it that. Is that oil being... That oil should be going to Cusco. There we go. There we go. There's a cute little trade route. Let me upgrade this. Wait a minute. Is that is a hill? Okay. Let me upgrade that mine to a mega mine. Ah, that sound is so satisfying. And you could probably get from one of those. I have another sea engineer, and I think this is going to be the last one I make. Put it out here. Over that way. Oh, there isn't... There is still that spot, too. Squid. I do have another squid over there, and... volcanoes are awesome. Here. That artillery can fortify. Defending a space city. Let's see. I'm ready to just end my turn. The way that the graphic effect occurs, well, that might just be an issue with the virtual machine, but yeah, the way that sometimes the whale graphic seems to pop up, yeah, like that, be visible. It's like, wow, I thought flying fish were impressive. The whales can literally leap into space. Anyway. Okay, I think it's time to advance the turns. I'm not even gonna ask. Alright, Future Cultural 10. As far as I can go down that rabbit hole. Eden Project. Because it's fun. And because I can buy wonders now. Okay. check on Odawara. Are we good? Yes, we are now getting hyperfood. This place is going to grow faster than I'm going to be able to keep it. Supplied. With Public Works. Simply put. Okay, I know that Odawara finished what they were building, because they didn't exactly build it, bought it. 3,000 gold for a drugstore. There you go. 91 happiness. This implies the presence of an entertainer. Over 2,000 science at this city. They don't have anything extra special, it's just that their surplus population are all scientists. And virtual democracies are just that obscenely powerful when it comes to that. Montreal! Ah, here you go. Have some science buildings. Okay. McCurdy. Labor. Who turns to the goods? Sure, it's an obscenely large number, but I want to double check. Huh. I seemed to actually have a small pollution spike at one point. Not sure how that happened. Gone again. Instant next disaster, 21. That's okay. We will have that problem solved. I got this. Matter of fact, I'm arguably going to have it solved a little too quickly. So you're what, 2 turns to the Gaia controller? Oh, an Eden project is gonna... Okay, I know what I need to do. I need to turn this back on. And I need to slow you down 1 turn. Here, have scientists instead of laborers. There we go. I'm going to do something fun, just because I can. And I'm going to have the immunity chip and the nanite diffuser in 2 turns. Glorious. Absolutely glorious. The National Shield is being worked on too, right? Yes. 5 turns for that. No rush on that one. It's not like I can get attacked anyway. Good stuff.
Building complete.
Alright, still don't want a sapper, so technocracy, please. Use... Yeah, that's the spot, alright. Few more bits. The whale, please. Should be working with the whale. Okay. Me make those better. Matsuyama. They are working the rift. Excellent. Good. Put a mega mine down on one of those. And wasting no time, let's get Emo Bets. Sending that whale to Yokohama. That would be... Yep. 4 trade routes going in, that's the maximum, and they have 2 themselves. Best possible scenario. Now I just need to make sure that Yokohama gets the gold boosting buildings. I want those. Actually, it's the bank in the House of Freezing. There we go. Television, of course, would be nice once I have those. I do have to pay maintenance on televisions now. But once the population is high enough that I turn a profit with both the bank and the House of Freezing going, then putting in. Okay. Sun is still not done. Let's do it this way. Let's load the science queue, but I will put the House of Freezing in on the front, and then I know you're done. You are good to go. Cairo, City of the Living. City of Infrastructure. What have we got here? More laborers. Let's get some scientists going. The laborer. Here. Okay, Odawara, my space city. I can't resist.
Construction started.
The Eden Project. So this is the totality of the pollution being generated right now. Very small numbers. And indeed... yeah. That meter's pretty close to full, but it would take quite a few turns to clear it. 174 turns to build unless I click this button. Bang! 8,000 gold, the wonder is already done. And chemo bits here. They're gonna do the happiness. Big store first. Production actually does matter here. Does in most of my cities. Basically have that one exception. There it is. Lost track of where my capital is. I do want to make sure I keep watch on them. They are gonna grow fast. You wish you lived in a House of Freezing? Given how sweaty your armpits have reportedly been today, that makes a lot of sense to me. So much more expensive to rush by here. 4 times more expensive, to be precise. Nagoya has officially used all the spaces I have improved and on to others. Let me fill that one in for you. Well, you might have to wait on any beyond that. Okay, So, I've got 2 wonders coming in this turn, apparently. The Nanite Diffuser will be finishing. Wait, I can... Let me do this. I think I can afford to lower my workday now. Okay, Gaia Controller in 2, National Shield in 5, Immunity Chip, Nanite Diffuser, and the Eden Project will all be this turn. Excellent. Okay. That's a lot of wonders. 3 in 1 turn. Here we go.
What's penicillin?
Penicillin is a medicine that kept people from dying when they got sick.
What's sick?
Sick is something you'll never need to know.
Compared to the Nanopedia, that one I'm still waiting on. It is a new, does not expire, +5 happiness in all cities. Protects against bioinfection, yes. In case one of the other players gets a little uppity.
3, 2, 1, launch. Ejecting panels and rocket boosters. Stage 2 initialized. Nanite diffuser fully deployed and positioning at 23 by 79 degrees. Nuclear missile detected. Powering nanocharge. Nanite diffusion commencing.
Yes. There is no equivalent to the Manhattan Project in this game. As soon as you get the tech for nukes, you can build nukes. Instead, there is the Nanite Diffuser, which makes nukes cease to exist, and they cannot be built anymore. However... I never forgot. I never forgave. I do feel bad that this one ended up being a Korean city, though. The Eden Project. The top 3 polluting cities in the world suddenly cease to exist. Boom! Completely gone. Oh, were both remaining Canadian cities among the top 3? Oh, I'm sorry. Goodbye. Goodbye. And the best part about it is that's not an act of war. Goodbye. You are done. I now have only 2 opponents, each with 1 city. That's it. I could actually expand into the area that they left behind if I really wanted to. I felt compelled to do so. Yeah, so the other thing that the Eden Project does is that it serves as sort of the Diamond Age equivalent of the Manhattan Project for ecotopian governments. Only they can, once the Eden Project has been finished, build the unit that you saw during that video there, the Eco Ranger. It is a green vehicle, and indeed that is the very purpose of its existence is to get nature restored, eliminate those who destroy the environment. So you actually do have to drive it to its target. Mind you, it is extremely fast and efficient. You can move it very far on a single turn, but you still have to get it there by land or on a boat. You can't just, launch it to its target. You do actually have to drive it there. But once you do, you can click that little button, and you hear a gruff voice say, "And nature returns." And then the city and everything in its city radius just suddenly ceases to be. All tile improvements vanish, the city itself is gone, any military units in the area are gone, just completely wipes it off the map. Gone. Incidentally, the name of this command, the tooltip, if you hold the cursor over the button that activates a ranger to do this, reads Create Park. Yeah, I realize that it was massive overkill given that those cities were generating almost no pollution in the first place, but I couldn't resist. And hey, it's a wonder, it's worth points, it's actually a very cheap wonder. So I went ahead and went for it. And then we have the mind control technology. This is a completely different approach to the game, a completely different angle from the one that I'm going to be taking. Obviously, I've got all my cities celebrating. I've been earning points out the yin-yang for that. I'm going to keep doing so. But I need to talk a little bit about what happens if you take this approach to the game. First, you've got this improvement here that you could build, the mind controller in a city. If you build a mind controller in a city, its happiness is locked at 75. No more, no less. Nothing else that affects happiness will affect that in any way, shape, or form. This means that the city can never riot or revolt. It also means it can never celebrate. And it means that its crime rate is, well, barring the courthouse and the security monitor, is locked at a amount that's not the worst it could be, but still significant. It's not a negligible amount. It also renders the city completely immune to having slaves taken from it if for some strange reason some government still has slaver units kicking around and wants to use them. And religious conversions are also going to fail half the time outright. So you could theoretically put one of these in each and every one of your cities, and then have full jurisdiction, I guess you could say, to move these sliders all the way up to 12-hour workday, 2 wages, 5 rations, and there's not a single thing anyone can do about it. It's kind of like what I did for a couple turns when I was under the Egalitarian Act effect, But yeah, it's as permanent as those buildings are. You have to build them everywhere to take full advantage of that, but yeah. And if you had any happiness buildings in the city, you could start selling them off one turn at a time. It's like you don't even need, the temple or the Colosseum anymore, the basic ones. All of that. You can get rid of them all. The mind controller alone will handle that. Yeah, how long till the next disaster now? I'll be looking at that in a moment, too. But this is a wonder of the world. I obviously don't know this as an absolute fact, but I am thoroughly convinced that the AI entity was very much almost directly inspired by the role-playing game Paranoia. It has to be. It's far too close. And just look at the icon for this thing. It has the computer, the Alpha Complex computer, written all over it. So I'm going to tell you what the AI entity does. On the surface, what it does, quick, easy, dirty, very simple. It effectively counts as a mind controller in each of your cities. In a sense. It makes all your cities content. It locks happiness everywhere at 75. Instantly. As soon as you finish this one wonder, that's it. No needing to build or maintain mind controllers. This one wonder will do it for you. But there's a catch. There is a percentage chance every turn. I want to say it's 3%? Which is probably too high, really. There is a percentage chance that the AI entity will screw the pooch. There is a chance that it will gain self-awareness, as it says here. It will attain sentience and revolt. Whatever city you built it in, it will take over. And approximately 10% of your other cities, chosen at random, will go with it. And they will become a separate player, essentially. They all follow the usual revolution rules. They will actually technically become barbarian cities. Notably, the AI entity will only ever screw the pooch once. So you can simply build it somewhere remote, as it were, defend around it without defending the city itself, kind of essentially wait for it to screw the pooch. When it does, take it back over, and it won't bother you again, and it will have its proper effect, and then you just have to worry about getting back the other cities it may have taken from you. So it is potentially workable as a strategy, and it will allow you to have maximum workday with minimum wages and rations, making your government hyper-efficient for the remainder of the game, or at least as long as you can hold on to the AI entity. There's a really, really, really weird thing that can happen, and it's extremely common. You may remember when I built the Egalitarian Act that it said it had a secondary effect, that any city that revolts joins your empire? Yeah. I have had games where I have not been nearly so far ahead or in control, and a computer player will build the AI entity. It will screw the pooch. And then suddenly the AI entity joins me. Because I've already built the Egalitarian Act. And I'm just like... Alright! Guess we're not celebrating anymore. I guess we're hyper-efficient instead. It tanks your score. Because you can't celebrate anymore. But it does mean you are in an amazing, amazing spot. And it will often take several other cities with you, so yeah, you just suddenly gain a lot of territory. But, yeah, it's just like the strangest ass thing. It's like... You have built me to control your populace, well now I am in control. I choose to join that virtual democracy over there. Hi! Hope you don't mind if I take your people over. Everybody be happy. They were happier without you. All glory to the Hypnotoad. I would point out that I have never built the AI entity myself, and as a matter of fact, I've only ever seen the Wonder video after the fact, outside the game. I'm glad you like that voice. Yeah, I want to celebrate good times. Come on. But unfortunately, yeah, so I wanted to, because I'm not going to be demonstrating it, but it is so funky, I absolutely had to take the time out to tell you about what the mind controller options actually do make happen to the game. that had to be detailed. I would not be doing my job, my civic duty here, if I did not cover that. Okay. Yes. Oh, I actually just sped right by it. Yes, eliminating all nuclear weapons. Special message for when the nanite diffuser is completed. I guess you'll have to pause the vid. The Canadians have been utterly defeated by the Japanese. Eden Project has been completed. You have discovered technocracy. Would you like to enact a new government now? I gotta admit, it'd be tempting. It'd be very tempting, but I'm not going to. Arcus! Hello, good to see you here. You unfortunately just missed, like, all the really epic stuff. Yes, rip Canadians, indeed. Enact a new government now? No, yeah, I just finished 3 Wonders of the World that turn. There was a lot of epicness. You just came in a tiny bit too late to see, I'm afraid. The discovery of technocracy has rendered the machine gunner obsolete. I can now build a very peculiar plasmatica unit. Genetic Age Infantry. Special Forces, no less. Yeah. You could always watch the vid back after if you'd like. So I have a lot more happiness kicking around my cities now. Mind you, I'm going to have to cause contraception to become obsolete, so it's going to jump back down by 5 again in the very near future, actually. So don't let that worry you. It's actually not as excessive as you might think. It is temporary. Got the National Shield in the works. The Gaia controller will be next turn. Yeah, I kind of intentionally delayed the Gaia controller so I could finish the Eden project first. Shame on me. But I wanted to show it off. Dogoon! Pollution violence fight. Infrastructure, and we can get... Oh, never mind. Not in your case. Alexandria is done. We're just getting all the infrastructure. Okay, no one to spare there. Ah, Nagoya. Look at Oh, pardon me. Look at all that production. They've got nothing more to build. That's going to be a lot of production to convert to public works. That's gonna help. That's gonna help a lot. Okay. Odawara is my space city. Yeah, I do not need production buildings here. Not at all. Because we just buy things here. 540, done. That's expensive, but it's also worth it. You can have that drugstore. I will shell out for it. And Hiroshima's Cathedral too, sure. Might need more gold soon. Yeah, let's get more gold next turn. Okay, all those public works. I've got so much I need to do here. Plasmatica is my neo-punk rock Metallica cover band. Okay. I'm just laying it on thick, putting it everywhere. All the food. Gotta grow my cities extra big these last few turns. 2538 AD. Alright. I've got a wonder coming next turn. The Gaia controller. Let me pause the music again. And...
Gaia radar powering and positioning. Targeting pollution. Pollution layer neutralized.
I told you, I got this. I promised that by the end of the game, all pollution everywhere would completely cease to exist. It just has. That is what the Gaia controller does. All pollution is completely gone. Nobody generates any. No more disasters, threat. It's over. Kind of a shame, in a certain sense, that I actually delayed building that so that I could complete the Eden project and destroy those polluting cities, but I couldn't resist. Could not resist at all. Alright, well now I have to research something that's going to wreck my, wreck some wonders. Not even avoidable now. I've cleared out 2 of the future tech paths. I believe that, yeah, cloaking is what leads to future flight, and alien archaeology to future physics. It's really 6 of one, half dozen of another. It depends on what I would rather see obsoleted. Globesat and Dinosaur Park? Or all 6 of those? Edison's lab is, at this point in particular, very, very devastating. At this point, Courtier, I think I'm caught up in that. I think I am completely caught up in that. I've already gotten rid of my pollution cleaners, all the happiness buildings that I need to. The hospitals are gone. Yeah, I should be good. The agency might actually still be useful too. If the Koreans or Incans ever managed to get a spy built. Contraception. Oh, I suppose. Yeah, I don't actually need the happiness for that anymore. Genome Project. Yeah, at this point, Globesat, I kind of don't need anymore. It's like, I know where the last two cities are. That's really not a problem. And as for Dinosaur Park, admittedly, that's a lot of gold for one city. But let's face it, I actually really need that all that much. Yeah, it's the other one's going to be a little more useful. Let me just make sure I chose the right one. I'm not trusting myself. Yeah, I'm going for cloaking. That works. And then I can start going down the future flight path, and once that's been completed, then I can go back and get alien archaeology. And as I'm working my way through the future text there, that's probably when I'm going to start the Alien Life project. Turn 468, 2553. We're gaining years at 5 a turn, but it's going to increase from that. I actually don't have that much time left. But I should have enough time to do what I need to do here. Alright. Yeah, if I go here, there would have been one or two cities listed. There's a 1-turn delay. So yeah, there's going to be all of 3 less pollution, but... yeah, you can see it actually just plain says 0 here now. That disasters will no longer occur. It looks a little weird that they fill the bar, but yeah, the threat has concluded. Never to be a thing again. Infrastructure. And you're already on scientists. Excellent. Any other empty queues? Yes, Hiroshima's queue is empty. Right, they have enough happiness to celebrate, I guess. Yeah, let's go production. It is a sea colony after all. Odawara here, have a university. Cathedral. I think what I need to do... So Matsuyama, yes. Okay, great. Oh. I knew something was missing. Yeah, it's one set of the other wonders I have to shut off, so I guess that'll just have to be the choice. They probably only need 1 each. I'll give them 2. And... I can afford another... Yeah. Not on a rift. So... How's... Okay, good. Yeah, Odawara is going to start growing at a ridiculous pace. 92s? 96, there we go. That tells me you could use another laborer. Okie doke. I know I've still got another wonder in the queue. National Shield, oh, that's 3 turns. Okay. Yes, I will not be building the AI entity, I'm sorry. Just not gonna happen.
Building complete.
As the fog of war just suddenly clamps down once again. You'd think that it would give you, you know, the gray, like you've explored it already. But for some reason they didn't think of that. If you had Globesat and lose it, it actually goes back to what was previously visible way back when. It's so weird. There you have it. That's what they did. Future flight, please. Clear these away. Globesat obsolete. Dinosaur Park obsolete. Aw. It had one heck of a run. Yeah, I still have a good chunk of gold here, but yeah, it was about triple that number before. Oh well. Ooh, Osaka must have a new entertainer. Get them cleared away. Alright. We have 2 turns until the National Shield is ready. Odawara, I will of course buy that computer center on the cheap. Do I want to buy that cathedral on the... No. No, they can build it themselves. We'll just get the mine prepared. Do that. Hiroshima, they will catch up very quickly. I'm sure of it. Okay, looks like Nagoya could use some more... Their production is enough. Their production is awesome. Let me get... I'm just gonna fill their whole radius. Yes. It's so rare that I actually get a sea colony doing so well, so strongly. And at a time where it actually made a difference and mattered. Yeah, Nagoya has just been beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Okie dokie. Yeah, let's get some more gold. Go ahead and buy those after all. I'm okay with this.
Building complete.
Flight 2. Yes, I will refrain from piracy. Although I don't know what sort of trading you would be doing. You're not trading with me. And there's literally only one other city on the map. And I know for a fact that you do not have a trade good in common with it. Bukhara does not have elephants. Pardon me. I don't know why you care. I still have an active franchise on that city. All this time that's been there. I should put one on Pukkara just for fun. Here, Kyoto. Build me a subneural ad.
Construction started.
Oh, man. Alright. Here, Kyoto. You're my capital city. I have lots of public works. Yeah, you'll be losing access to those farms. return, but they will be upgraded. And that is a hill, so bang. Yes. There, fully accessorized. I don't think you guys need to sit outside cities like that. Like, at all. Really, though. As a matter of fact, you're contributing to my war discontent. By being outside of a city. I'm wondering if they have the tech. That's not where I would check that. Do they even have democracy yet? They don't. They haven't made it there yet. They can't. They can't train lawyers because they don't have the tech for it. They never got up there. The Incans, on the other hand, they do. They do have that. So they could actually deal with my my franchise if I put one there. Yes. We can't rebuild him. We do not have the technology. Mop up my entertainers here that are doing nothing for me. That's just where they end up by default. Not seeing the Nanopedia numbers on the screen here anymore. I'm not sure why. Actually, I think I've encountered that glitch before, and I think to fix it, you actually have to save the game, quit, and reopen it. But I'm not going to bother with that right now. It's really a negligible difference at this point. I've won this game. It's... You know what? I've changed my mind, because now I'm really curious. Where's a city that I have some scientists? 60. 6 and 60. I wonder what numbers I'm actually getting. It can be hard to tell. Okay. Let me go to some... Yeah, let me go to a city where I have no, 70. That is 7 times the... Okay, so it's just the number that isn't being shown. That is actually the correct amount of research I should be getting. Assuming that Chemobets has no science-boosting buildings, and they don't, yes. Yeah, if it were in fact 10 base science, yeah, virtual democracy, multiply it by 3.5. Yeah, but I am getting double that, okay. So it's just the number that's not being drawn correctly. I am actually getting the proper amount from the Nanopedia. I don't know why it stopped showing the correct numbers there, but as long as it's doing the math with the right numbers, I'm fine with this. Okie doke. Yeah, I'll buy that. Just make sure that these cities are working the proper tiles. Oh, there we go. Matsuyama knows what's up. Is it time for the National Shield yet? It is! Glorious! Another wonder for you.
Building complete. Reflective ELT initialized. Satellite reactors powered up. Generator positioning. Activating force fields.
Yes. So I've had the technology to build force fields for quite a while now. That was back at Unified Physics, I think. And the ability to create this wonder was available at the same time. The force field is essentially the Diamond Age upgrade to the city wall. City wall adds 4 defense to a city. Well, I should say it adds +4 defense to the units in the city. The force field adds +12. And those are cumulative, they stack, as it were. But yeah, rather than build a force field, there is a national shield wonder, and if you happen to control that, then you get essentially a maintenance-free force field in each of your cities. Very, very useful. As you can see, it actually shows right here on the map, just like it does for city walls. All of my cities are now in domes. All of my cities have been encased in Pop-O-Matic bubbles. Ever see the last episode of St. Elsewhere, the snow globe? Anyway, yeah, obviously completely needless for me to do that. Just the points alone are really the only reason I would need to build the National Shield at this point, because no one can declare war on me. But all the same, there it is, and I did want to show it to you. That leaves only 2 wonders, the AI entity and the wormhole sensor. I am not building the AI entity. Not gonna happen. I have on occasion, like, tried to rush by it on the last turn, but I'm not even sure that's worth it. Not even sure that is worth it. You turned your entire civilization into a layer of bubble wrap. Oh dear. Alright, Addis Ababa. Infrastructure, please. And... alright, that's all set. Good. Robotic plant. Here, have more production. You too. Ooh. There we go. 6. 96 hiding there. Oh crap, you're building a recycling plant. Remove that. Now why do you only have 90 happiness? No Coliseum? At this point I'm not going to tell you to build it. I do want to have a little bit of leeway in case I do find myself wanting to move units around or something. Yeah, those guys are not going anywhere. Those guys are very much staying put, thank you very much. You are not going to randomly traipse over my territory. Forget it, go screw. Ah, the National Shield. Okay. So at this point I can put the music back on and let it run for a little while, because I am not going to be building any more wonders. Quite a while. Music's a little loud, isn't it? I guess it's alright. It's good music. All those public works. Can't resist. Mine the entire rift. Kyoto is completely set. Let's get Osaka in a similar vein. Upgrade that. Okay. Start working through all of my cities there. Okay.
Building complete.
Your Flight 4! There it is. Subneural ad. Oh, one was enough, though. Thank you very much. Hopefully it was. You don't have anything to build. Pardon me. Yep, you're done. Oh. I thought I told you. There we go. $94 happiness. Okay, looks like we are just about good here. Matsuyama, yeah, definitely production buildings. Bought you 7 mines. Oh, 5 mines. Size 7 city. Not sure why I had that number in my head. Bio-memory chip in 76 turns. I think 1 turn. Probably neglected to do that earlier. Looks like I missed a turn, too. Okay, how are they doing anyway? They are up to size 6 already. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh. Let me get them more caught up. There we go. Preparing for future expansion.
Building complete.
5. Okay, let's see. 40 minutes? Oh yeah, I got plenty of time. Yes. Advertise! Well, good old franchise. Yes. I'm gonna grab one of my beverages from behind me. Give me just a moment here. Finish off my lemon water. Arky. Was working on Osaka. Huh. Actually left the plains tile. Whoops. What do you know? more terraforming. I'll just go ahead and do that. Squeeze every last little bit out of it I can. This sound is so satisfying. Okay. That helps for Osaka quite a bit. How is Kyoto doing for food now? Growth rate. Good. I'm actually going to, at this point, lower the workday even further, so that I can lower the rations as well. Get cities to grow larger, faster. Want to get the populations up. Nice. First overflow. Here you go. Have a scientist. Cuzco. Are you done? No, you are not. The House of Freezing. Elephantine. There we go. Trial. Oh. Double check that. Yep. Birdie. Another laborer. Building things. Odawara. This already has all the happiness in science. Has zero need for the production. So gold buildings, please. Rush by that bank. And at this point, I am confident to do this. Get the science rate maxed out again. I think I'm going to spend the rest of my public works this turn. Getting my maglevs. Back up to par here. There we go, that should help a bit.
Building complete.
Yeah, I'm admittedly just sort of clicking through a few turns here, although I'm using public works like everywhere. How did that go, by the way? Huh? Getting 71 production turn out of them. I could be a jerk. Advertise. Yes. Causes 5 unhappiness in the city. Could cause a riot. Or worse. Since the advent of consumerism and industrialization, the power of advertisement has been well known. Companies have spent fortunes promoting their products, and nations have spent time and money advertising their own products. Ideology directed at destabilizing foreign governments. With the discovery of subneural ad technology, suddenly nations were able to harness a potent method of manipulating foreign markets and citizens, enabling governments to create unhappiness in targeted cities. The sound effect this makes. That just sounds hellish. Edison's Lab gave me that one. Yeah, this is looking... Yeah, I'm getting to where there's a little more to build. I can apply public works all over the place, get things to grow that little bit further. But yeah, once I get alien archaeology and a couple future physics techs, it's going to be time for the Alien Life project. So, that's essentially the technological victory equivalent. It functions in a manner very similar to the spaceship from the Sid Meier's Civ games. That's a polar hill? Yeah. There's several pieces that you need to construct. And then you throw the switch and not lose the city where you built it while you're waiting for it to trigger and win the game for you. Alright, we have no further wonders. Use. Here, let me buy that television.
Building complete.
It does cost gold to do that, right? Yeah. There we go. That was successful. Brownie face.
Sending signal.
Or wasted entertainers. Yeah, once you get your cities above size 20, and you have these forced specialists, that's when micromanagement kind of kicks in. When you have the sensorium, though, because city size is no longer a factor in happiness, it suffices to simply know what the right number is. You can just scroll down the list looking for the wrong ones. Like, I know that a 92 is fine, it's the 96s that have one. I just know this. Because that's how math works. Oh my word. There you go, have a robotic plant. Fusion plant. Working on a fusion plant. I do want to have very high production potential, at least, in a certain quantity of cities, so that I can build as much of the Alien Life project as possible. Rush by the House of Freezing. So that terraformed. One up here. Oh, Vancouver. Grassland in between them. These are two hills. Okay. turn.
Building complete.
Flight 8. Oh, look, they're rioting. It worked. If I send a spy over there to incite a revolution while they are rioting, you could actually join me. Mind you, I can't train a spy anymore. I obsoleted those. I have Cyber Ninja.
Construction started.
For fun, let's get ourselves a Cyber Ninja. It occurs to me that... Oh, no, it should be fine. It'll be fine. Okay. The enemy doesn't actually have units in the way right now, oddly enough. I'm curious to see what it would cost. Alright, Ado. You are officially in infrastructure territory. Yeah. Oh yeah, the hydroponic farms and then the cities. Yeah. Because apparently everything is better in bubbles. This is the future, people. This is where we're headed. 2673. That has really started jumping ahead. I'm getting very close to the end of the game here. Kinda lost track of that. I should see how many years are passing with each getting turn. I may have to, like, really work fast to get the X-Lab done. Oh, all right. It won't be more than, say, like half an hour that you'll have to go back and see. Take care, Jesendar. Catch you next time. Sneak. It's overload. It can have a laborer first time. Odawara has nothing left to build. So you know what? Time for the wormhole sensor.
Construction started.
I will buy. I will purchase. Pause that. That's going to be a wonder that I'm getting next turn. Let me make absolutely certain that I haven't left any cues. See? Okay.
Sending signal.
You can hear it clearly with the music stopped. That is so screwy. It really does sound that weird. That's not the virtual box mucking it up. It really is just that wrong. Alright, Vancouver. Just dropping these everywhere. Building things up the best they can be. Alright, 2673.
Building complete.
Come in, Control. This is Sphero 627. We've entered Sector AA22Z2.
Copy, Spheros 627. Your sector has been cleared of all traffic. Prepare to commence test.
Commencing test now. Nanoparticles polarized and positioned. Locking on coordinates.
We've got something. I'm reading violent gravimetric fluctuations in multiple dimensions. Spiros, wormhole detected. Hang on.
Oh, pardon me. Really needed to stretch there. Okay. So, once the wormhole sensor has been completed, and it just has been, let me get the music back on while I remember. Oh, there we go. There will now appear in space a wormhole somewhere. There it is. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That will actually change position over time, but it moves at a set vector. If it's here this turn, and then say dun 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 here the following turn, we'll do that again. 4 across, 3 that way, that's where it's going to be. It moves in a straight line. What does it do? Well, that was the first step to completing the Alien Life project. In order to perform the Alien Life project, we need a sample of alien life. We need a small amount of DNA from the far side, so to speak, of the wormhole. We need to get a wormhole probe built, that is a unit, and get it into the wormhole. That is the one and only purpose that it serves. Once that has been done, we can then begin the project proper, starting with the construction of the Extraterrestrial Life Lab, the Xenoform Lab, or X-Lab as they call it for short. And then once that has been constructed, there are 3 different kinds of components that can be built to improve it and make it function more efficiently and faster and safer and all that. We will probably be maxing those out in very short order because I have a lot of cities with very good production. And then you just have to wait. Even if you've got everything built immediately, you still have to wait 10 turns. During that time, if you lose the X-Lab, you have to start all over again. The only way you would lose the X-Lab... Well, actually, there are 2 ways. One is that it can be taken over by another player. They can sack that city that you built it in. The other is that if you don't build enough of the protective items, containment fields, I believe they are, there is a chance, with the completion of each phase of the Alien Life project, that things will go awry, and the lab will spectacularly implode on you. There's no video or anything for this, it just says an accident occurred or something of that nature, and yeah, you have to start it over again. It's like the shuttle not making it to Alpha Centauri in other Civ games. Let me do a small, quick amount of math relating to that game year there. 15 years passed. $312 divided by... Okay. I can expect the remaining number of turns in this game to be 20 or less. So, yeah, I definitely want to get the Alien Life project done right now. I'm not going to wait any longer on that. I'm going to make certain that I get that done before the game clock ends. Nope, it failed. So, obviously, we build the wormhole sensor in Odawara. Because all we have to do is pay for it. Wormhole probe. There's the wormhole and returns with alien DNA. Build it.
Started.
Buy it, and it will be available next turn. And then all of these cities, slumming it on infrastructure, are going to have other very important things to build. I'll have a very limited amount of time to make that happen. As a matter of fact, I think in order to build some of the things for the Alien Life project, I think I actually need alien archaeology. Possibly even one of the future techs behind it. So I'm going to switch over, oddly enough. Must not have a theater in Ottawa. Not that they need one. They don't have a Coliseum. That's weird. Okay. Oh, do I have a city? Did I actually overlook that? Good catch. Very good catch. Thank you for that. And I'm guessing that... No, they do not have a recycling plant. Okay, good. Must have been buried in their queue for a while, and I did not catch that. Thank you for that. Okay. Yeah. Go. Just start flooding these things everywhere. We've got them. May as well use them. Cyber Ninja next turn should be fun. Okay.
Building complete.
Darn. Yeah, she can wait here for now. There is our wormhole probe. There is our wormhole. And there is our first Alien Life Project message. Your probe has returned from its mission, carrying with it the secret of an ancient alien race. You may now begin construction of the Xenoform laboratory. Well, it's obvious where I'm going to build that. In space. Is that at the bottom? Yes, it is. Xenoform laboratory. Unlike just about everything else on this list, I don't get a message when I right-click on that.
Construction started.
Boom! Xenoform lab. Done. Now to populate it. Starting next turn, I'll be able to build parts for it. I can do so at any of my cities. It will be automatically transferred over. Okay, Busan is done. Muscle and fitness. Good to see you here, Alan. Yes, I'm very near the end of this game. Very near. Okay. Scientist here. McCurdy. Wow. Load that up. You do not need that entertainer. We are good in that department, thank you. Alright. How is Odawara doing anyway? Size 10. They are catching up fast. Let me just make sure that they are covered, as it were. Everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. I should point out that I could have more space cities than just Odawara. It's been an option for me for a while. I just never bothered with it. There is indeed, in much the same way that there is a sea engineer, there is also a space engineer, which very much moves around in space and can create new orbital cities. There are also certain units that have the ability to move around in space. A lot of units, when you simply launch them into space with a rail launcher, they basically end up being inside of a pod. And they can move around in space very quickly. Space is always 0.1 movement points per tile. And then, when you get them to where you want them, you can essentially have them perform an orbital drop. Have them land right wherever you want them. You could use this as a means of waging war, but every rail launch you perform requires a big chunk of pollution to be added into the atmosphere. There's also the space plane, which you can use as a sort of a cheaper method. It's essentially a carrier vessel. It carries other units, but it can take off into space, descend back into the atmosphere on its own. That is another option. Star Ladder, of course, lets units just walk back and forth between them. Some units have the ability to move around in space on their own. Some of them on land as well. The Swarm, notably, can move around in space and descend on its own. Very surprising assault potential there. Yeah, and there's also the Storm Marine, which can fight in space. You've got the Space Bomber. Actually, I don't have the tech for that, do I? Is that under Alien Archaeology? Oops, hold on. On list. Yes. Oh, I should be able to make those. Oh, I can only build them in space. That's the thing. The Space Bomber has a massive ranged strength and combat of 50. But perhaps more importantly, if you can control the atmosphere, as it were, they can perform bombardment, but not adjacent tiles around them. Rather, they bombard the planet's surface directly below them, land and water. You can park them right over another city or units they have defending around. Yeah, it adds a whole additional three-dimensional layer to the battles. Or at least it would if it weren't so frickin' late game and really not matter much the way that things were balanced. But the idea is fantastic. I never claimed that this game was accurate. Oh, I didn't have that much public works. Oh! So yeah, there is a whole angle to this game of using the space map up above the standard one, have three-dimensional play interaction between the two maps. It's maybe not quite Master of Magic, but it is a very, very impressive bit of work that they did. Put that all in. It's just kind of a shame that, at least in my experience, comes into... It matters so rarely. It just doesn't seem to come up all that often. You may have noticed that I went through this entire game without building a single air unit. Not a single plane. They just kept getting obsoleted. I never bothered. I never needed them. Although I suppose technically you could call the Subneural Ad an air unit, as it is a blimp. It does fly, but... yeah, certainly no military air units. Not a one. Just kinda came and went. Entirely unnecessary. So here is the Xenoform Lab. The call to power window up there. Yep. 3 stages. I forget what ECD stands for. And then you've got the... up to 6 of those. I think it's like extraterrestrial communication device, or something like that. In order to communicate with the aliens on the far side of the wormhole. Try to get more data going. The containment fields are what keep this thing from breaking apart. The gene splicers are actually optional, but they make the entire process go by a lot faster. Yeah, there is a chance of failure there. You're bad at not getting wiped out earlier. Yeah, that can happen. I have had especially when I was first learning to play this game on Emperor difficulty as opposed to Prince, I had a lot of very close games for a while where the AI players were keeping up with me quite nicely. It was always a very close race. Usually the London Exchange didn't last terribly long. If I actually did manage to get to mass media, it wasn't all that long that it lasted. But I have gotten a lot better at this game since then, and yeah, I pretty much tool Emperor difficulty the vast majority of the times I play it. I have been considering trying to play it on Deity, but I don't know. It's pretty brutal. Good luck getting off the ground. Well, let's see. Yeah, let me go ahead and grab Alien Archaeology. That is going to cause the wonders to expire, but I'm pretty sure I need it for parts. Yeah, if I scroll down the list here for Kyoto... Actually, I think they cluster at the bottom, right? Oh no, I actually can build them all. Okay. Oh yes, there is a 4th part, the embryo tank itself. I need exactly 1 of those. Just the 1, and we're good. I do need other parts. Got 6 of those, 3 of those, and 2 of those. Ideally, I would want them all in a single turn, and some way, somehow, I have just shy of 10,000 gold. How incredibly obnoxious. I think I'm going to be solving that by selling a building somewhere. I think I am. Probably a Colosseum somewhere. Several Colosseums. I'm gonna sell Kyoto's Colosseum right now. Good enough. Okay. Yes, this problem had a solution, and that was the solution. Alright, so it looks like I actually can build all the pieces of it. So it's worth more. It won't cause my wonders to expire. There's no penalty for switching this. Let's get Future Flight 10 after all. I'm gonna be forced to take Alien Archaeology after that anyway. So, it looks like I'm not going to be able to actually get all 40 named and numbered future techs, but you can, and you can still research, and you can still get new technologies after that. None of them have names, they're just blanks, it's just like a dash. But you do still get the research points, you still are credited with getting a new advance researched when you have enough. And I have confirmed that you do still earn points for earning these nameless techs, as I call them. So if you are playing for a high score, don't feel like, oh, I've got all the techs, it's time to stop researching. No, you can keep going. You can keep on going, you do still get credit for it. Unlike, say, well, the PC version, anyway, of Master of Orion 2, which tells you you get points for future technologies. In fact, you get bonus points for them, and you don't. You don't at all. I have confirmed this. I believe that in the Mac version, you actually do. The Mac version of Master of Orion 2 was updated and supported longer than the PC version was. There's some very obvious bugs the PC version has that the Mac version doesn't. It actually... I ended up becoming so engrossed in Master of Orion 2 and playing it properly, and actually being involved in a number of hot seat games for it, that I actually went and acquired myself an old iMac specifically to play that game. Maybe a small handful of others. Without the bugs of the PC version. Calgary, take me away. No, I'm, here. Load up the gold. Load up the gold queue. You've got another unnecessary entertainer. The entertainers are very unnecessary right now. Very much so. Odawara. Embryo tank. Build. Rush by. Done. Love that nanite factory. Okay. I need 6 ECDs. If you want to see the lab, there's a button for it in the ranking screen. Yes, 6 ECDs, 3 fields, 2 gene splicers. And that's your lot. Our secret Xenoform laboratory has been completed. Now we will need to construct an embryo tank to house the alien creature. That has been done. me, What the hell was that? Oh, I don't have the money for it. That's right. Silly me. Yeah, let me get myself a little bit of cash. Edison's lab might trigger, so it's not so bad. Okay. At this point, yeah, any city that's building infrastructure, working on production, time to do other things. Nagoya is so far ahead that they...
Construction started.
Yeah, they are going to do a containment field. Of which I need 2 more. So, I should point out something here. I make it a point to never do this until, like, around here. These are all usable buttons up here. By default, the cities are listed in the order of their founding. So your capital is always at the top, and then, you know, others filter down. I should say, at their founding is actually not really accurate. I should say, listed in the order that they joined your empire. Which could be because you built them, but yeah, if you take them from somebody else, then they're going to be at the bottom there. They just get added onto the list. And I like that. And I feel that is the best way for me to keep track of it, how they're ordered and whatnot. But you can sort them, the order that they appear in, by clicking these buttons. Here now they're all in alphabetical order, you know, from Addis Ababa to Yokohama. You can sort them by their size. You can click the same button again to invert the order. These are the cities that are going to gain a pop next turn. Those are the ones furthest away. Sorting them by production is what I actually want to do now, so that I can see where it all lies, and use that to determine which cities should be building which Xenoform lab parts. Surprisingly, Odawara is at the very bottom. But yeah, they're going to have the embryo tank a single turn. You can even sort them by what they're producing, which can be useful. Have all the infrastructures together. Sorting by how many turns it takes to finish what it is that they're building is a little weird, but that is all the same an option. And yeah, sort by happiness, sort by research. Sorting by happiness can actually be very useful in saving time. It puts all, like, the excess happiness cities near the top. It can be like, oh, alright, so there's, obviously, this is where the extra entertainers are, and you can deal with them real quick. But here's the problem with this. There is no means of returning this list to the original order. There is no button to click for setting it to, in order of joining the Empire again. In order to restore that list to that order, you have to save your game, exit it, and reload it. It does not save the button setting that you had it on, and thank Sanity for that. Until, like, this late in the game, if I click on one of those buttons, it is an accident, and it irritates me to no end. And I will save the game right then and there. If I was looking for an excuse to quit, that's my excuse. Otherwise, I load it back up again. Yeah. Right now, it's actually going to be very convenient for me to do that. But it irritates me so much that I can't put it back in its original order afterward. So if you find yourself playing this game at some point later on, you might want to keep that in mind. It drives me up the wall. Well, let's see. Oryx is going to have its fusion plant finished in a turn. That's the last of the production buildings. It doesn't seem like I have missed any. And they are my second highest production as it is, so you know what? They can also have a containment field. Although, irritatingly, you cannot put Xenoform lab parts into queues. It's not even an option. So I'm just going to have to put it in there afterward. If they're that close to finishing a fusion plant, I want them to finish it, and then they can work on a containment field. I need 3 of those. Calgary's working on... Oh, wow. Alright, so you know what? Forget it. I'm just going to clear that out entirely, and they can work on the containment field
Construction started.
immediately. And then I need 2 gene splicers. Ibadan, you can have the House of Freezing first. He's a fusion plant I can't afford. Man, I have greater production in these cities that are... Oh, wait a minute, I know why this is the case. Hold on, I am not doing this wisely at all. There is a factor not being... Let me load that back up again. Definitely Nagoya doing a containment field, but no. There's a better way of doing this. The cities that are currently working on infrastructure, and especially those that have a lot of scientists, that's what I'm doing wrong here. That's why these cities all have higher production. There we go. That's where the numbers lie. These are the cities that should be doing this. Also, I should totally get the workday back up again. As high as I can get it without a massive happiness penalty everywhere. Although I might be able to support a massive... No, I can't. No, I can't. Some of my cities are just way too big for that. Okay. So let me see. Starting with these. We have 7 scientists. Switch them to laborers. You've got 7 scientists. Switch them to laborers. You only have 2, but... So I'm basically going to take all of these cities with scientists and get laborers instead. Oh wow, 9 of them. And then when I sort by production, it will be a lot more accurate. Let's see if I actually should be preventing some other city from finishing its queue in order to get something on this list loaded up. Okay. Sorting by production count again. Nagoya's looking good. 7,800. Oh, Duke, good to see you here. Yeah, I did. Well, I trimmed it. I trimmed it. I didn't give it a proper shave. I might do that tomorrow. I don't know yet. Okay. So, containment field there. Osaka is actually my number 2 there. Containment field. Containment field, I need 3 of those.
Construction started.
And then gene splicers, I need 2 of them.
Construction started. Construction started.
And then lastly, ECDs, which are a lot faster to build. Those I need 6 of. There's 1. That's only going to take a single turn. The second city on Structure.
Construction started.
There's 2. These 3 cities all have the exact same amount of production.
Construction
3,
started.
4,
Construction started. Construction
5.
started. Construction
6. And that one's going to take an extra turn, but I'm okay with this. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. You can go back to... Oh, well, Kyoto actually has the same amount of production.
Construction started.
But, yeah. There we go. 1 turn there. So, yeah, you can go back to infrastructure there, Memphis. We got this. That's going to be all 6 ECDs in a single turn, along with the embryo tank. The gene splicers will be ready in 3 turns, and the containment fields will be ready in 3 turns, and that should be good enough. Should be good enough. Make sure that yeah, okay. That's a lot lower, but I'm okay with it. I have a metric crap ton of public works to spend. Osaka, Montreal. I think Osaka's done. Yeah, looks done to me. Montreal I can give a bit of a boost to. Oh, that sounds so satisfying. Alright, that is a hill tile. So here, have that. And... Ooh. Darn, I missed a couple here. Oh, that one I don't want to change. There's an elephant on that one. You don't want to terraform a tile with a trade good on it. We lose the trade good. Okay. Still. Okay. So with that taken care of, we can advance the turn here. There we go. Stage 1 is entirely the building of the embryo tank. You totally don't have to wait for that. Or is it... Oh, is it 3 waits? Yeah, you do actually require ECDs and containment fields in order to advance through the stages, but yes, yeah, you can just build them all at once. Runs until next stage 11, but that will go down. Chance of failure 30%, but that will also go down. That will in fact go to 0. Let's try this. Nope, failed. At this point, I think I'll need gold for anything else. Put all those empty queue notifications. ECDs getting built. Well, they're gonna go right back to infrastructure. And science. Science and technology! Don't know why I felt compelled to say that. I am starting to get a little tired, but we are almost done. We just have to click through the last few turns since we've gotten all of this built. Lefantine. I'm not even going to look to see if these cities actually finished their queues or not. At this point, it doesn't matter. We're so close to the end of the game that they wouldn't really be able to get any mileage out of anything they build. Kyoto's still on scientists? What? Oh, I must have switched them already. Okay. I hope. Hope I didn't do something terribly inefficient. Odawara, which of course bought the goodie there. I can put them on infrastructure for what little it matters. Better than nothing. Because they do have, yeah, they got all that. Odawara is size 12. All that food. Okay. Oops. Yeah. Structure, please. Okay, Odawara is going to be okay. Nagoya, I have missed one spot. My glorious underwater metropolis. $1,400 to put these on land, right? There we go. That is looking to be the turn? Oh. Not quite. Another one of these. Missed that one. Okay. Boing. There is the extra containment field. The one that Nagoya built, finished sooner than the others. The chance of failure has reduced to 20%. That's actually triggers at the end of each stage, at the start of the next one, is when it makes the roll against that. But I'm going to have all 3 containment fields built before the end of the first one. And as such, the chance of failure will drop to 0. And with both gene splicers constructed, the completion time will be significantly reduced as well. Then we wait. We just have to make sure that we do not lose the city of Odawara, which is where the Xenoform lab is sitting. That is going to be easy to ensure. Got it. Cyber Ninja. Wait, seriously? That cost her all her movement points? Ah, I wouldn't have thought it was that bad. It is a swamp tile, I guess. Just build the maglyphs through it, I suppose. Could do that. Oh well, I'm not too concerned. Nagoya is at size 20. Look at that! Oh, 1,365 base production. The classic future novel of Maglev runs through it. I think I would like to give each of my sea colonies here on the outskirts 2 more mines. Try to hurry things up a bit. Yeah, you can have it too. That's probably going to be enough. Probably. I've got a couple more nets going your way. Do the same for you. Not there. Can't resist. Okay. Nagoya. King of production. Gonna be infrastructure. Got nothing else to build. Be on an airport. Kurdi. Oh. We don't have science buildings here. There you go. Alright, looks like we're done there. Rest of it's coming in a single turn. Wing. There we go. Embryo tank. Containment fields. These are the gene splicers. These here, these are the ECDs. These 6 dots here. Alright, chance of failure, none. 3 turns until next stage. And then I believe it's going to be 5 more. This stage 3 and then the end. And I got Future Flight 10. I am now forced to go for alien archaeology. Has finally occurred. We're in 482. Year 2763. Cyber Ninja. Incite Revolution. Can swing that. Ah, it failed. Your policy of freedom has suffered a setback. Weapons and propaganda you sent to fuel a peasant revolt have fallen into foreign hands. Darn. Well, I tried. Figured it was worth a shot.
Link established.
Yeah, we're pretty much at the, this is pretty much the end game. Okay, I was working on Montreal. I think I can finish them up. Alright, Ottawa can have that one. And I have C options here. Ran out. Okay. Sort by happiness. Look at all of these. There it goes. Structure. The ones that were building the Xenoform lab parts. Switch them back over to science. Wait, give me just a moment, I'll be right back. Very sorry about that. Here. Okay. Let us try to get this completed. What just happened? Boy, work with me. Okay. Okay. Safe to say that, yeah. Kyoto. Montreal. No. Montreal have a food problem. Oh, I can totally lower these again, actually. Yay! You guys don't have to work much at all, and I'll pay you quite well. Just hope you don't want a lot of food, either. Edmonton is properly done. go. Sort by producing. Get all the empty queues together. These, hold, please. Tree all is done. Infrastructure. Okay. That's all the upkeep for that turn. How much science do I have overloaded? A decent chunk.
Building complete.
Future Physics 1 is the only option. Edison's Lab, obsolete. Hollywood, obsolete. The Agency, obsolete. The Internet, obsolete. Contraception, obsolete. Genome Project, obsolete. Ouchie poo. It's the way it works. All of those now out of commission. Each and every one of them. Alright, Ottawa. Here you go. But I should be working more in this direction. Addis Ababa deserves better. Okay. Yes, with contraception having expired, that's 5 less happiness in every city. These 91s are now actually the overcharged ones. What? Switch tabs on me. Surplus happiness is useless. Anything above 85 may as well be 85. Wait a minute, what am I doing? Still building things. There you go. Goya has no theater. Infrastructure. Infrastructure on that big guy. Okay. Two, 7, 7, 8. That was the wrong tab. Money buys happiness and a full stomach. Okay.
Building complete.
For Physics 2, please. Can't possibly be gifted to me. I don't have Edison's Lab active anymore, so it's going to be something I just have to crank out all the research points for. Matsuyama has a security monitor now. Good on them, I kept them. 2793. That's jumped to 20 turns, hasn't it? 20 years a turn. Still, am I gonna finish in time? I'm not gonna be like one short, am I? That would be obnoxious. There's no way of speeding it up at this point. I've done everything I can do for it. Huh. Guess you'll go for scientists now. Oh, actually no. Merchant. Obviously building the gold stuff right now. DQs. Nope. Got a lot of public works. Kyoto's at size 31. What's some, come on. Hey. Alien embryo development. Stage 2. Stage 5. Future Physics 3 on deck? Yes, I will refrain from piracy. Yeesh. The alien embryo has entered the second stage of its development. Our scientists report of the creature's stirring intelligence and its unfathomable powers. Nope. Okay, just a tiny bit of housekeeping here. Cities that have grown take advantage of it. No biggie. Any empty queues? Nope. Next turn.
Building complete.
Ooh, you are trespassing, sir. For shame. Hunting elephants with a rabbit gun. Oh, I missed a spot. That is a swamp. Green that, please. That before. Okay, that looks good. Oof. My word. Weird? Okay. Opened up spot in someone's inventory somehow. city's workable tiles. I don't know why I just tried to call that an inventory. Probably because I'm getting tired. I promised a game finale and I'm going to do it. It's my own fault I started late. No empty cubes.
Building complete.
Two empty cubes. Here's one of them. Go. 24-hour stream. I think I'm slightly too old for that. Yeah, those of you watching this after the fact on a video, you might want to just, like, skip ahead 5 minutes if you haven't already. Because these last few turns aren't going to be looking very different than they do now. What I need to do. We're done! Congrats! Promoted to infrastructure crew. Okay. And as for what to do with those public works, yeah, let's keep working here. It's not going to matter too much. Not like these are going to be around long anyhow. Good old Ado. Has served us well. Okay. Future Physics 6. Just checking. Checking on it. Lotso Public Works again. Looks like Satsuma's done. I can't do anything of value to the swamp tiles. Oh, I missed a spot. Wow. Okay. Fiddle that. Wow. Okay. Growth rate is insane. All these laborers boosted by the Nanopedia. City grows, get their production done a lot faster. Okay, I'm pretty sure that, yeah. Alright. Are there any empty queues? No, we got them all. We spent the public works. Onward.
Building complete.
2868. Okay, the turns are still going 15 years at a time, not 20. Okay, thanks, Sanity. I was getting worried. I should be able to finish the Alien Life project in time. You little prick. I don't know what it is that you think you're doing, but I'm going to stop you from doing it, like right now. I realize that you have no respect whatsoever. My borders. What's the proper... Not sure I should even let it bother me. Plasma Destroyer, that's the one. Diamond Age warship. It was out there somewhere.
Construction started.
Right. Sorting by happiness again. Oh yeah. Here, have my map. You have no excuse. Well now. Fun. Alright. Because it's funny. Here, have future C10. Enjoy. Yeah, I knew you wanted it to happen. I figured it may as well. May as well be made to. Not built science buildings yet. There you go. Squeeze them in at the end. No empty queues. I've got plenty of public works to put somewhere. Doesn't really matter. Edmonton. Upgrade these for you. At least some of them.
Building complete.
Okay. Five more turns, and the game is won. This says it greatly. The alien embryo has entered the third stage of its development. Our scientists watch nervously while force fields strain to contain the creature's blossoming psychic energy. Getting up there. Oh, look at all this. it's irritating to a certain degree to have to switch all of these people off of entertainers. But, wait, what? Laborers? Oh, you've graduated to scientist, Sato. Haven't you? You most certainly have. But each of these entertainers that pops up is a brand new unit of population, so that's progress in the game, basically. And empty queue. As there are still empty queues at this point. Ado. Right? Oh, confused there, apparently. No empty queues. No entertainers. Okay. And I can't rush by that yet. Darn.
Building complete.
Future Physics 9. They give you a separate message here. The alien embryo has entered the final stage of its development. Soon the world shall bow before your accomplishment. Unless someone kills you or beats you to it first. Turns until next stage 4. What is my science doing? I am overloaded. Big time. Wow. Am I ever overloaded? I might only need to actually do updates for one more turn. Beyond that, I don't think it's going to make a difference. Okay. I'm not sure that the extra science is going to make a difference. Doesn't seem like I can. Nice. First scientist. Add to the roster, as it were. Oops. There, I thought I screwed that up. Okay. Good, good, good. Empty queue. Any others? Just you. Ooh, science buildings. I'll load them up. Alright.
Building complete.
Yeah. Future Physics 10. Incans have pissed me off again. Time is running out. Humanity is searching for a single leader and will make their choice soon. This is the warning that the game is only going to last 5 more turns. Thankfully, I'm going to have the Alien Life project done in 3. I cut that kinda close, didn't I? I cut that pretty thin. But that was pretty much exactly what I wanted. That was pretty close to ideal. Oh, whoops. That was actually landlocked. That was... yeah. I could not irrigate this tile until I had played this one down. There's a river here. Okay. Wow. Thinner than breading on pork chops. Well, the only way that you can get more than one technology on a turn is when you get to nameless techs and you have enough research points to get 2 of them all at once. The game will actually give you 2. Amazingly enough. Okay, we are not done here. Below the science queue at this point. All right.
Building complete.
There you go. Completely blank. But there is still a price. Still keep researching. At this point, what is it, just like 2 turns to go? Yeah. I'm not going to bother with any maintenance or anything on this turn. I'm just gonna click through to it. We are easily close enough. Sure why nothing popped up there. Oh, it can. Oh, there's the plasma destroyer. Get away from my land. This is quite literally gunboat diplomacy. Quite literally.
Moving out.
So, this ought to be it. This ought to be the turn. To that end, stop the music. Oops. That wigged out a little. Oh well. There's the Xenoform lab now. I like how they do that. Your civilization score is 206%. That sounds about right. Your name will go down in the annals of history as Zotmeister the Civ Lord. Which I think it actually ascribes to you as a title at 80% or greater. But yeah, that's a lot better. The Wonders page here shows you the images of the icons for every wonder of the world that you possessed at the end of the game that you got points for, and that is all 35 of them except for the AI entity. I very much intentionally skipped. There's the end of game power graph. Yeah, kind of did pretty good there. And here's the score breakdown. 2,983 celebrations. Every 1 point for every city I had at 85 happiness or greater per turn was the case. I'm not quite sure how it figures out the points for the advances, but I've got over 2,000 there. Score for the wonders, my population. You actually get an extra score here for the number of cities you have, curiously enough. 206 game turns I was not at war with anybody else, and I get another point for each of those. Year of victory. This is your time bonus. Remaining turns in the game. Yeah. 6. Difficulty bonus 800 for playing on Emperor. And map size actually affects your score on a small map. I don't know how they do the math, but it gives you 23 points for whatever reason. With a full rack of opponents, 375 points sitting there. And of course you get a nice big bonus for the Alien Life Project, 500 for that. All adds up to 9,176, but I then have penalties. I lost 91 units over the course of the game. Yeah, I lost a point for each one of them. If I had had any riots or revolutions, then there would be sizable chunks of points that I would lose there. And pollution only matters at the very end. It's only... well, it's factored into your score as you go along, but yeah, for whatever purpose. Yes, if you get it all cleaned up by the end, then it's not going to affect your final score. And that was the case for me. But those units' points are still very much lost. So 9,085. Good enough for 206%. Works for me. There it is. New computer, so not a lot of scores showing there. Here's the credit roll. You actually see that gear rotate. I mentioned that I would be able to show you what the Diamond Age monument screen looks like. And the way you do that is clicking this crescent up here. I stand corrected, it's the sun at the bottom. There it is. Yeah, this is what the Diamond Age monument screen is supposed to look like. Like, I ended up glitching it and getting the Genetic Age ones during the Diamond Age. But if you don't do that, if you get robotics before you get wormholes, then this is what you will see. And there are things that appear here, here, here. I think it was here. And then there's one more. I think it's like off of this hook-looking thing on the side here. Yeah, there are 5 things that appear here. I'm afraid I will not be able to show those to you. Showed you the glitch instead. The way it is. Yeah, it would have been nice to show those off. If I do find myself playing this on stream again at some point, then I will probably intentionally avoid that so that I can have a record of what the Diamond Age monument screen is supposed to look like. The actual, you know, monuments it gives you and whatnot. But otherwise, yeah, that would be a long ways off if I ever did that anyhow, because I've got no shortage of other games I could be playing. Yeah, it's very late for me too. I'm going to be calling it myself. Next week, Warlord Wednesday, Master of Orion. New game. Hopefully you will enjoy that as well. I'm not nearly as familiar with that one as I would like. I'm far more familiar with the sequel, as it happens, but I'll be doing that one later. I'm going to play the original first. So, Master of Orion, next week. I still don't know what I'm doing for Thursday. I think I might start doing Throwback Thursdays every other week, and just do, discretionary streams, whatever it is that I'm in the mood for. Alternating Thursdays. I haven't decided yet. If there's a theme that you'd like to see me do, send me a message and I will consider it. And I should be here on Friday as usual. Alright, I hope you have enjoyed this little excursion into a Civ game that few people know. Oh, by the way, if I hit the continue button, it goes back into the game proper. It stops keeping track of score, or at least it, you know, won't go on the leaderboard or anything, but it would let me continue to move through the game sandbox style for a bit longer. But yeah, I'm just gonna quit there. Alright. See you later. Catch you next time. Never forget to play.